Hi, I'm Victor with Superior Transmission Parts, here to show you our new STL030 SureCool system. It fits Mopar blocks that come in various configurations with different cooler line fittings. Let us show you a couple. While these all have several different connection methods, the main way to tell if you need an STL030 is if the top of the block does not have a snap ring holding in the thermostat. Instead, it has two plugs, one large and one small, that were pressed in from factory as seen here. The parts that come in the kit are the ball seat body, spring seat, two green O-rings, a check ball, a purple spring for ZF8 and 845 RE units, a black spring for Dodge 2500, 3500 Rams with the 68 RFE or AZN 66, 68, and 69 RC models. It also comes with a self-threading screw and a Welch plug. These are the tools that we will be using. Now we're going to go into the OE plug removal and the installation process. First step in the process is to put the block into a vise. The next step is to take a center punch the block. This will provide a guide for the drill bits. So you should be able to see the end of the thermostat sticking out through the hole you just drilled. Next, you're going to take your self-threading screw provided in the kit, which has threading cutting grooves on the end of the screw. Then you're going to get your 1/2 inch socket, install the bolt, apply force, and start threading. Now, I'm going slow now because you can feel the cap starting to give and you don't want to ruin your threads. And then as you see, the cap pops right up. Okay, now we're going to remove the thermostat internal components. So the first thing you're going to do is reach in and grab the centerpiece out, the top of the thermostat. Set it to the side. And then there's going to be a section in here where it may get caught if there's too much metal debris. So you're going to want to push down and try to get it centered and clean it out. And then what we like to do is take some snap ring pliers and then grab it from the center and make sure it's free and then pull it right out the center. So then there's that component, and then there's a spring, which you can either take this out of the vise and tip it over, or if you have a small magnet, go in there and just pull it out. You've removed all the components of the block. So these will be your 3 components of the block. They go in there. Now, if everything went smoothly, you can take your Welch plug to check and make sure that it falls right into place. If it didn't go well, this will not go into the groove easily, as you can see. So what we're going to want to do is take a file and some sandpaper and start working this groove, cleaning out the edge. Now once you've been working on it for a little bit, you should be able to get it to fall right in. And as you can see, it fits freely. We will now begin the ball seat body assembly. First, you're going to take the ball seat body, a green O-ring, install that on the top. And then you will take your check ball, install that in, and you're going to take your selected spring. We are working on a 2012 Chrysler 300 with an 845 RE. So we are going to take the purple spring, install it with a small diameter down, And now we're going to need to pop this spring into place. So you can use a pick, a flathead screwdriver, some needle nose pliers. But what I like to do is to take the spring seat, press that down, and then rotate clockwise and pop this spring into the ball seat body. And then once you get it in nice and snug, it will set the spring at the right height. So now this is assembled. Set it to the side. We will now begin assembly of the block. We are going to take some lubricant. You can use ATF or any other sort of lubricant. I'm going to use a STP. Lubricate the bottom of the bore where the O-ring sits and the top of the bore where the O-ring sits. You're going to take your O-ring, install it into the block. I like to take a 90-degree pick and install this all the way. You can also use a small flathead. It should look like this. Now we're going to take the spring seat, taking the small diameter first, drop it in to its pilot hole. And if it doesn't fall in exactly, you can take a screwdriver or a 90-degree pick and install this into its position. It should look like this. Now we're going to continue assembly by taking our ball seat body assembly, lubricating the top O-ring, and in one hand hold it, and in the other hand take your block and tilt it sideways. We're going to gently install this because if the spring comes out, we'll have to redo it. You keep pressing until you get it to pilot on. And I'll keep applying pressure to the top here because if it pops out, you have to redo it. And make sure you seat this O-ring on the top. Give it a good thumb press in. And then once you have it in this position, it won't come out. You'll be okay. We will now seal the block. You're going to take the supplied Welch plug, install it into the hole. You'll know you installed it correctly because you'll be able to read SureCool STL030 on the top surface. We will then take a bushing driver that is approximately the same diameter as the Welch plug, and then you're going to stamp it. Just like that, it's now sealed. If you don't have a press or a bushing driver, all you need is a hammer and something similar in diameter to the Welch plug. If you still can't find anything, you can use an extension. Utilizing the small end, place the extension on the Welch plug, hit it a couple times, and then take the large diameter, spread it further, and make sure it's flat. I'm gonna have to hit this a couple more times, but it should look like this. Now you're ready to install the block in your vehicle. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to us on the Superior Tech line or email us directly at our website linked below. Thanks for watching.